raised you? Was it Kitty, Claire, Peggy, Peg, Morticia, Roseanne, Mama herself? Today, we're talking about the moms of TV. I can't wait, Coco, because this is one of my... I think this episode honestly could go like 6 hours, because this is one of my favorite topics right here is the moms of television. They really did raise us. Still are.
Does it remind you of the cable guy where the TV was the babysitter?
Yeah, yeah, right?
On TV. I mean, we love our moms, but we were born and raised in a generation that kind of was the thing, right?
We were. Absolutely. And make sure that you stay right here because we've got 2 exclusive interviews with TV moms. Mama herself, Vicki Lawrence, she's incredible. And we've got Patricia Richardson from, Home Improvement, Tool Time, that whole thing. So stick around. This is Parallel Frequencies. I am Just Blane. She is Coco. You are the freaks. And like I said, I'm excited for today. This is a big one. This is a fun one, a great idea that you put on the docket for a Tube Tuesday, top tier Tuesday. This could be both. This could be all of it.
Tributes to the moms.
Yeah. Now, I've seen some other TV shows popping up with some new news lately. The Lord of the Rings show. Have you seen this?
No.
The Rings of Power on Amazon?
Yeah. Well, I knew it was coming out, but what's the news?
It's already been out. Oh, it's been out. Season 3 has set a premiere date. So that'll hype people up right there.
Okay.
It's coming out in the fall, November 11th. We get some new Lord of the Rings content. And Amazon put a lot of money into that. So I enjoy it. I think it'll be, I don't think I saw season 2 yet. So I need to catch up though.
Oh yeah. I've got some catch up to do for sure.
Yeah. But were you a Lord of the Rings fan?
I mean,
all of them?
The movies when they came out, I appreciate them. I appreciate obviously the lore and the fantasy. I mean, that's totally my genre. That's totally
yeah.
I feel that female characters were a little underrepresented in the franchise, personally. But I love the association with Celtic and Welsh folklore that inspired the writing of Lord of the Rings. So I have an appreciation for the connection there.
Well, there is that supercut out there of all the times that women were on the screen together, 2 women at one time, and I think it's like less than 2 seconds long. So yeah, there is an issue. Yeah, there is an issue there.
Yeah,
but
when they say we cut out the entire movie except for the 2 moments where Legolas and Frodo say something to each other or something, and then it's like run credits.
That's it.
So it was like,
that was it.
Yeah.
So maybe there was an issue there, but I was a Lord of the Rings nut. I loved all the extended editions. Put it on, put the marathon on. Let's roll it, Like that's how I always felt about it. The White Lotus added Ben Kingsley and a couple others to season 4. That season's shaping up to be wild. I guess I'll have to actually get on the White Lotus train finally and check out this show and what people because I don't think it's going anywhere. And those are the kinds of shows that I usually catch up on. I'm like, you know what? All right, it's making some noise. It's 4 seasons deep. Just Blane, better pay attention. Like that's how it is.
That's usually when I start getting caught up. I mean, we never claim on this show to be all up to date on everything. There's just way too many shows out there to get caught up.
There are.
We do promise that we will get around to it.
Hey, this one right here, I just thought about since we're talking about it, about TV shows and great and all that. Netflix, Lord of the Flies, holy shit, watch it. It's beautiful. It's beautifully tragic in all the way. I mean, just like the book, we knew what was happening. Here's what's fun about this show is if you didn't read the book, you don't know what happens. So you're going to have to sit there and watch the thing.
I'm just imagining what somebody is going to, they're going to have that experience of not knowing what's going on and then being like, what is this?
And then they're going to be like, oh my God, I should have read this book when I was in school and not read it or not just looked at the Cliff Notes. Remember Cliff Notes?
Yeah. I wasn't one of those that did a lot of that just because I was in all of the advanced literature reading classes. Those were my favorite classes. So I was like, I loved the classes that were like a book club. Basically, you read a book and then you went to class and you just like dove in and discussed every angle of it. I love doing that. So I
Nah,
wasn't.
so you.
That's a lot.
No, I was playing sports. You were a nerd. Couldn't do that. Couldn't hang out with you. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I had a very
different circles for sure.
Yeah, I had a very eclectic group, though. I will tell you that. If anybody out there went to school with me, they know that. I kept a wide net. Always do, still do. Inclusive of everybody. That's what we do here. Parallel frequencies, you know? We love the freaks.
Of all kinds.
All kinds of freaks we love.
Yeah.
And once again, stick around to see Patricia Richardson and Vicki Lawrence, Mama herself. We talked to them at FanX just last September. And we've played Patricia's before when we did our home improvement special, but Vicki's hasn't been seen yet. I'm going to tell you right now, she is a wild one. So we're going to get to that. But let's talk about the moms of TV. Why do we care so much about these fictional parents? But like we say all the time, TV is the mirror to what we see and what we do in real life, and it's a lot going on for everybody. So we saw these moms come up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights, and we felt like they were raising us. You know, I felt a sense of, I don't know, what do you want to call it? There's a lot of words to fill in there.
Yeah, a sense of connection and nostalgia for sure. And I will just say, I have my list here. So I'm like piecing together who are the most influential or ones that came up to me. And I will tell you, freaks, right now, there's a lot more than we're going to discuss today. So we need to hear your favorites because this is just our list. Like, this is just our personal experiences here. But I have some people on my list that were not necessarily known for being mothers, meaning that they had a child on the show. But I put them on my list anyway because I feel like we're moving into an age where Mother's Day is not just about who gave birth to someone, but about that broader overall term of mothering that's like raised a generation, right? So like influential. So I've got some on my list that are maybe a little outside of that.
No, I love that. I love that because I even sent a Happy Mother's Day message to my sister-in-law, Chelsea, and she hadn't popped no baby out, but you believe that she hadn't been a mother at some point in her life and she's got those motherly instincts? Hell yeah, she does. So I shot her a message, you know, so I'm on that frequency with you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm right there with you. I don't care. But
all right,
what did all of these moms have in common? And it was, they were loving, you know, in their own ways. And what I loved about TV moms, all of them over the years, is there's not really, it's not like the TV dad had a trope. They had a formula.
Yeah.
Same bumbling idiot type guy that you saw. And sure, there are a lot of great TV dads. And I guess maybe we'll get to that in June when Father's Day rolls around.
Yeah.
But the TV moms, it wasn't like there was a blueprint. They're all different. They're all quirky. They're all whatever in their own ways, you know? And they all loved hard.
Yeah. And I will say, I got real bored and frustrated over the years of that trope because, you know, we grew up with Marge Simpson and Homer, right? Like
yes.
Dynamic. And it gets a little old where you're like, why does the mom or wife or matriarch have to be the one who holds it all together all the time? She's got to be the one who's got the moral compass, holds the emotional space for everyone, and then just has to kind of deal with, you know, this childish, immature, idiot husband who usually drinks too much and eats too much and whatever, you know, and you see it with Lois and Peter. And there's a lot of that going on everywhere. So as much as I love Marge Simpson, I mean, classic, right? Like we love Marge Simpson as mother, but I just got real like, oh, come on, you know, why does she have to be the one to just deal with this year after year after year?
30 plus seasons worth now.
Know, right?
She is.
Yeah. And then we get Linda Belcher. So we're talking about animated series first. I guess we're hitting that first, but you get Linda Belcher and Bob's Burgers, and you get Oh, that's one I can really get on board with, because Bob is a fantastic husband. He works hard, and you can tell how much he loves his wife because she gets to be goofy and she kind of gets to play the, like, sometimes she doesn't work that hard.
Yeah.
They're a partnership together. They adore each other. I love seeing that dynamic where we saw so many years of like, why is she even married to this guy kind of thing.
Now, is this going to be I got one better than you? Is this how this is going to go? We're just going to go back and forth? Because I think that I've got the blueprint for all TV moms.
Okay.
This might be controversial. And if I am wrong, please, freaks, tell us which ones should be or are the blueprints. But I think I know the blueprint.
Okay.
And it's Kitty Foreman from that 70s show. She's the blueprint for TV moms. The saint of Point Place. Kitty's the glue.
Yes.
You know, she's
top of my list, actually.
She's, to me, top of my list probably also, if I had to put one up there. But, you know, she's stressed to the breaking point by Red's foot and ass policy. You know, that high-pitched nervous laugh. That's the sound of a woman who is one burnt casserole away from joining a commune at any point. But she's so, like I said, loving. She loved all of them kids. She loves the kids. She loved the kids who weren't even hers. And that's what TV mom, that's what you feel like. And you're not one of hers, but you feel like you are as a viewer. And I loved her. I love Kitty Foreman.
I love Kitty. And my husband and I are a little bit Kitty and Red Foreman. My husband, he's such a likable guy. He's a lot more likable than Red Foreman, but he's more introverted and he's a little bit more like, would rather not be around a lot of people. I mean, he's a bit grumpy, I guess, in that way. And so it's kind of like the spouse side of that is I make him more likable because I'm willing to go out and be more personable. So, Kitty humanized Red. Like, it needed to be a part. Kitty has this unconditional love for her kids, even as she sees them as really flawed. She knows that Eric is kind of an idiot sometimes, and she knows that her daughter Lori is
out there.
Yeah.
Let's just say out there.
But shares the love anyway and does it with a lot of sense of humor. She's hardworking. She takes shifts as a nurse when Red's out of work. I mean, I could go on, but she's amazing.
That 90s show was awesome too on Netflix. When they brought back Kitty and Red, and we get to see a better side of Red, I think, too. I like Red. Yeah. But Kitty is still Kitty. Give me one. Who do you got on there?
Oh, man. So I had to start with some of the TV moms that I looked up to as I was watching as a kid and thinking, who would I like to be like as a mom? Now, I'm not saying I hit the target. We talked about Lois from Malcolm in the Middle a couple weeks ago when we did a whole rewatch of Malcolm in the Middle. And I admitted I'm probably more like Lois than most of the other TV moms. Not kind of unfortunately.
Yeah.
But man, did I want to be Claire Huxtable.
Oh my gosh.
I wanted to be that level of sophistication and sass and just some of the monologues that she got to have on that show where she was like, part feminist, but loving mother, wife, lawyer. I mean, all these things. And some of those, like where she would rant and go off. I wanted to be like her so bad. I'm probably not at all.
I love the Cosby Show and Claire Huxtable. She definitely helped raise me. I think that one came on right in the middle of dinner or something, or maybe when dinner was getting ready at my house. Watched that one every night, Monday through Friday, or Monday through Thursday, I guess. Because Friday night we got TGIF and stuff like that,
Yeah, yeah.
I got one, and it goes back to what we said earlier about you don't have to actually be the mother to be a mom, a TV mom. How about the soul of the 90s, Aunt Viv from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Mom didn't give birth to Will, but you better believe she took him in. And, she was elegant. And I'm talking about the original Aunt Viv because they did switch them up.
Yeah,
but she was elegant.
Actresses that played that part.
Yeah, and once again, she was a professor, a dancer, a mother. Yeah. She didn't take none of Will's bullshit either. And she showed us that motherhood doesn't mean you got to lose your identity. It just means you got to expand it because, like I said, she got, let's just say it, a child dumped on her. So he was fully grown. So, yeah.
Took on that responsibility and put them right into the fold. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. I love Aunt Viv.
Yeah.
I loved her.
And
Who do you
she
got?
and Claire Huxtable both have that like regal, quiet sovereignty about them.
Yeah.
You know, whereas I don't like that I'm a little bit more like Lois. It feels sometimes like I'm shouting and yelling to be heard, where I'm like, hello, is anybody listening to me in this house? Where I wish I had more of that quiet. I would like to be able to just give my kids a look or just command authority in the way that Aunt Viv and Claire Huxtable could do. I don't quite have it, but I'm working on it. We'll get there.
Who you got over there?
My favorite movie, TV show, TV series. And we can't not talk about the Mother of Dragons, Khaleesi.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Because, I mean, we're getting into a little bit more of a dramatic role here, not a sitcom, but she lost her child. So for her to step into the role of saying, I will never be able to have a child like that, like give birth again, but these dragons are my children and they mean as much to me as children. And to see that dynamic play out for those of us who've struggled with infertility or cannot have children of our own and want to see ourselves as mothers in some way, that's a good representation of that for me, is seeing that role that she plays. And I love Khaleesi. Fan of Daenerys Targaryen. Okay.
Yeah, who doesn't? Who can't? Who isn't a fan? I mean, minus the endings. That's on the writers though, for how they fucked up Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I don't count that because I rewrote that in my head.
Oh yeah,
it ends differently in my head.
That's right. How about the woman who killed the happy homemaker myth with a pair of leopard print spandex, Peggy Bundy from Married with Children? She was the anti-mom, really. Think about her. So she didn't cook, she didn't clean, and she didn't pretend to enjoy any of it.
Yeah.
She was honest about all the boredom, but she's also relatable.
Yeah.
You look at her now, Coco, are you related? Is that relatable to how you feel sometimes as what you want to be? Like, do you see Peg Bundy?
For her willingness to say, I deserve to be a stay-at-home mom that doesn't actually have to do anything. I mean, you know, you could call her lazy. You could call her all kinds of things. But honestly, she's just saying, this is me. This is who I am.
This is me.
I'm not a cook. I'm not a cleaner. I take care of myself first and everybody else comes second. And is that so wrong? Really?
She was Katie Siegel.
Yeah.
Also played another TV mom, Gemma, Sons of Anarchy. Think about that one. Think about the contrast. Yeah, but I thought about that just right now. It popped in my head the total contrast of a Peg Bundy and a Gemma by the same actor.
Yeah.
Katie Siegel. I love that. That's a TV mom that you don't think about necessarily, but she was hard.
Yes.
You know, she was a hard motorcycle mom.
An overly involved mother into the dynamics and drama of that motorcycle gang. That's basically Hamlet.
Yeah.
We talked about Shakespeare yesterday, essentially the story of Hamlet made in Sons of Anarchy. She was fantastic in that role, and really, she's been fantastic in every role. But the one thing I never understood about Married with Children is that she always wanted sex, and
Al didn't.
And I was like, are you kidding me right now? You have this bombshell living in your house, and you don't want what? That never made sense to me ever.
Yeah, I still laugh at that. Let's go ahead and play Patricia Richardson. Let's go ahead and get to Jill Taylor from Home Improvement, and we'll take a look at that right now. Patricia Richardson, Jill Taylor. Now, you had what, Brad, Randy, Mark?
Brad, Randy, and Mark. And in life, I had Joe, Henry, and Roxy. Henry is the oldest. He's now almost 40. The twins were born 3 months before I started Home Improvement. So they were on the set with me every day for 3 years.
So not only were you raising those kids on set, off set, in real life, you had us at home. You were a sit mom to me.
Well, people tell me that, but I'm not as aware of that as I was of trying to parent my own kids. Tim and I tried not to parent those kids because they had parents, and that could get dicey. But it was hard not to. It was like, I'm still doing it.
They're like your boys.
They laugh about me still doing it.
Yeah.
I saw Taryn, and Taryn, who works for SpaceX, has hair down to here. Super thick, big hair out down here. And he was doing this amazing interview with some friends of his that had a talk show or something. And he was so great, so smart, and he said such an interesting life. And so, at the end of it, I talked to him later after it, and I was like, I don't know, Taryn, I think the hair's got to go.
Oh, no.
Got to go, Taryn. And he's like, you're momming me again.
You can mom us. You can mom me. Do I need to cut my hair?
No.
Okay.
Your hair.
Okay.
You have to see Taryn. It's just...
Okay.
My son is Joe Castle Baker, who's a very well-known gay stand-up comedian and actor. And so he's doing all, but I was just telling them that he did the suicide hotline in New York for probably 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
And at that point, he was just kind of, maybe I'll go into psychology instead. Now, after all these years of doing what he's doing, I think he's going to go back. So this year, he's going to start looking for some labs to do. He's going to have to go back and get a master's. And it's going to be a lot of
Jill
school.
was doing on the show? Wasn't she going to school?
My
for
character,
psychology?
went back to school, but not to be. This is a lot of school. I mean, the way I did it was just to be like that little degree, go a couple of years. He's probably going to end up needing to go like 5 years.
Yeah.
It's been a really long time since he was in undergraduate school, so sometimes they want you to get a couple of courses from there. It's going to be a thing.
I love it.
That's amazing. Well, we're here for Promise to Live. It's an organization to help people be aware of making that promise to live, going to promisetolive.org. And what do you think? Would you make the promise to live?
That's really great. I love that.
Yeah, so I have a coin for you. It's a hug. Yeah, we give these out. If you make the promise to live, you get a little hug for your pocket.
We got plenty of them.
I have somebody I should give this to.
We got a lot more for you.
We got extra for you.
We can give you a lot of these.
I have people that can use this.
I also understand that you're on Shifting Gears coming up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. We put this here so people would know. But
I didn't even look at that. I didn't see it.
But also, it'll be October 1st. It's coming right up. We're just in one scene. We're in a little scene. Surprise. It's supposed to be a surprise, but now everybody knows.
Well, Debbie dropped it the other day to us. She told us.
Well, they brought it. They're advertising it, but they snuck us in. They didn't want the audience to see us, and so it was weird that they just started telling everybody.
Icon for us young girls who wanted to see Tim be put in his place. Night after night after night. We loved it.
That they told me to begin with, if I wasn't strong against him, he looked abusive with his stuff. So they had to have somebody who was really, because the first person they hired just looked like she was just abused.
Yeah.
And so when they got me to come in and be like, so that it wouldn't be that.
You played the part. Now, we talked to Vicki Lawrence, and I mentioned you to Vicki.
Oh, I got to meet her.
I said that she was one of the original sitcom mamas, and that I said, there's another powerhouse sitcom, I mentioned you. And she said, oh, you were a better mother than her. She was too crazy.
Oh, I love her. I love her. She was so fun. I'm seeing all these people. Matthew Modine, I know really well, and I think he just didn't turn up. His table's still empty. Maybe tomorrow? I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird, huh?
That's weird.
Thank you so much, Patricia. Thank you. Richard, Patricia, Debbie, hearts right there from me and Coco. Thank you so much for the time. I can't really, I really did love that, and can't wait to meet back up with them. Remember, Home Improvement, it was not necessarily that more power and the louder the tools was the better. It was the quieter and the better you could listen was the lesson there for you. So until next time, we'll catch you on the next frequency. Stay curious, stay kind, grunt every once in a while, and maybe don't add more power than the system can handle. Parallel frequencies. We'll see you next time. And then I'll just plug that one in. How many? Let's do like 2 more. Okay, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Gotta love Jill Taylor, Patricia Richardson at FanX. That's once again we get to get in front of people like that with Promise to Live, suicide prevention awareness. Go to promisetolive.org. Promise, the number 2, live.org. Make the promise today. What else can you say about Jill Taylor?
Just
she held it down.
Go check out our episode that we did, Home Improvement. You can go back and we go real deep dive into her character. And yeah, I don't think there are very many TV moms that really hit the nail on the head the way, because you can have the overly sweet, overly perfected mom, you know, the era of Carol Brady. But this was moving into an era of actually, this is what real moms are like. And this is what they really have to deal with. And I think that she played Jill just right.
Let's get to a high-functioning, chaotic mom. Maura Rose, Catherine O'Hara, Schitt's Creek. Man, what else can you say about her?
Comedic gold there. Yeah.
Right?
And again, not a traditional mom character, because she was she didn't know how to fold in the cheese.
What does folding it in mean? That's hilarious. That's the first scene I ever saw of Schitt's Creek.
Just
that was it. That was the very first one I ever saw. But, you know, she shows us that parenting is a performance. And sometimes you just got to lean into the theater of it. And she sure as hell did. But I love her. Give me one. Give me another one, Coco.
Oh, man. I have so many here that we just don't have time for. But in going with the theme of not everybody is the classic gave birth, have children mother, I just have to mention Scully from X-Files, you know, my favorite show of all time. Just because the influence of Scully being who she was on that show and the role that she played as a scientist influenced so many generations of girls to go into science. They call it the Scully effect. Oh. They can actually document that more girls went into scientific fields after seeing X-Files. And so I just, you know, you got to chalk that up to Gillian Anderson and this character of Scully, who did become a mother in the series at one point. You know, if you're a big fan of X-Files, you'll know, was it Mulder's baby or wasn't it? Was it an alien baby? You know, the controversy around that. But anyway, point is, she didn't have to have had a baby in that show to be mentioned, because Scully, is mother.
I like that. And I like that you had to get your X-Files reference in here, too.
Just had to. I had
You
to.
should start trying to sneak one into every episode somehow.
That might be
And
my own game I'm playing.
And see if the freaks out there can find out and figure out where all the X-Files references are. I got an unsung hero, and then we're going to get to Mama herself, Vicki Lawrence.
Yeah.
But I got one forgotten maybe at this point, because this show was before a lot of our times, but we still watch it. Good Times. Florida Evans, queen of resilience. She really is. You know, raising a family in Chicago projects, dealing with real world struggles, and she didn't have the luxury of, you know, the white picket fence sitcom. So got to give a shout out to her. Coco, let's go ahead though and watch Vicki Lawrence.
Yes.
And see how chaotic. I don't think I've seen this interview since we did it. So pretty excited to see.
Sure, and a lot of people know you. Do they still recognize you as Mama?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, right? You were everybody's Mama.
Yeah.
You were one of the first sitcom mamas. There's another powerhouse sitcom mama down here in Patricia Richardson.
Oh, yeah, well, but I was she was a good mama.
You know what?
Not as good as you.
I was
I
a crazy
love Mama's
one.
family. It gave me permission to be a little crass and a little straightforward with my kids, and I love
think
it.
so. Yeah, now I think I'm Mama's age, so
no.
I agree with her.
You still look younger than Mama.
Oh my God, I love you. I just want to hang out with you all day. Can I sit here?
Comedy legend right here. I know people always mention Carol when we talk about comedy legends, but everybody needs to be talking about Vicki. That's another comedy legend we all look up to.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
There's people out there that need to hear a message of hope. You got something for them, and I don't know what she's going to say right here, but she can say something wild.
A message of, well, I think I said it. You have to keep laughing or you will slit your wrist. And if you're a mother like I am, you're the one that's going to have to clean up the mess. So, keep laughing.
Yeah.
Oh my
don't leave that
goodness,
for your
thank
mama.
you.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of beautiful messages out here.
And that one was really special.
That's special for sure. Thank you so much. You're great. Thank you.
Oh my God. Coco. She's a wild one. I loved her.
Vicki and Mama's Family. I mean, she was very young playing an older woman in Mama's Family, but I loved Mama's Family because, like I said, she was just crass and blunt and basically like I'm an old woman. Give me my peace. Leave me alone.
Still is crass and blunt. I mean, that message right there, we get a lot of messages. That's the only time we might have gotten that one. But hey, to each their own, because I mean, there may be somebody out there who wants to hear it that way. Mm-hmm. I don't see that they don't want to, I don't know. But Mama, love her.
Love Mama. Yeah.
Who else you got on your list? Speaking of mamas, this is going to be a fun question, and I stole it from you. What TV mama is most like your actual mama?
Ooh.
And freaks jump in on that too, because I wanted to know who had Jill Taylor as a mom. Who had Mama as a mom? I know mine. I'm going to give you mine after.
Yeah, I almost would have had to like patchwork quilt a couple of different mamas from a lot of different shows, and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But I'm going to say Maggie Smith in Downton Abbey.
Oh, look at you having tea.
That feels like the vibe my mom has always had, where she clearly loves her family so much, but she's a little bit more like, she's not going to be like the hugging, really like warm, like that kind of vibe, but it's going to be more like, I love you, and I'm here for this wisdom and this matriarchal place that they hold in the family.
I love that. Let me tell you who mine is, and she's gonna be mad, but I don't think so.
Come on.
But my mom, I love her. Roseanne is who my mom, and I'm not talking about the real life. I'm talking. Let's look at it as a TV character, not the
character, right?
Yes. Roseanne Connor, all the way, the attitude, she had all of that, man. She didn't take no shit, but still loved us, and very much was like a Roseanne. And Roseanne's one of my favorite TV moms.
Oh, that's top of my list for sure. We could go on and talk about Roseanne. The show was one of my favorite shows. Still is one of my favorite shows on TV ever.
And Jackie.
Laurie Metcalf.
Yes.
Playing Jackie. I mean, another great TV mom, right?
What? Tell me, what drew you to Aunt Jackie?
Scene that she did where she won the Emmy.
Oh, yeah.
And people have probably seen it. It comes up on Reels all the time, or at least it does in my algorithm, because I watch it all the time. I like rewatch it. Where she's on the phone telling a relative that their dad had died, and it's kind of emotional, but they made it extremely funny because she's trying to yell at someone who can't hear, and she's like, he's passed away. Passed away. And then finally, he's fine. He sends his love. And then she's like, I'm never doing that again. I just saw an interview with her, and she said that Norm Macdonald wrote that scene.
That's incredible.
You're on the show, Roseanne. And I mean, Laurie Metcalf deserves every Emmy she got and more.
Well, hold on. Let me make this connection for you, because Laurie Metcalf, Sheldon Cooper's mom. She ends up becoming a TV mom. And oh my gosh, you got to love her too.
Yep, playing the kind of ultra-Christian. And then her daughter plays Sheldon's mom in the Young Sheldon series.
Oh my gosh.
You get that connection right there too. All these great TV moms. Look at that.
Oh man, we could keep going. This really could turn into 6 hours, but we better not. You got anybody else before we wrap this thing up? I'm done.
Okay, I have two. I can't not mention. We don't have to go into it, but I want to mention, because freaks out there, I want to know if these are on your list too. Lucille Bluth. Not what you would consider a great mom, but played so well, and so it's kind of another Moira Rose type of, came from wealth background. She just does such a fantastic job playing Lucille Bluth in Arrested Development.
Yes.
And then for those of you with little kids watching your kids' TV shows, this is a more recent, more modern TV mom. We can't not mention Chili from Blue.
Oh, yes.
Is there a better TV mom than Chili?
No, but I could think of a worse TV mom, and that would be Skylar from Breaking Bad. We could put her at the total opposite end of Chili.
We got a big spectrum here today. I mean, so many great mentions here.
Let me throw one more in there that that we could put up there at the top because she went through the upside down and everything else, and that's Joyce Byers.
Joyce.
Think about what she did too. So, look, we can keep going. Freaks out there, please keep rolling with it. I wanted to know the TV moms out there that you thought raised you, or that you are relatable. You know, you're related to. You know, whatever.
Or influence your own mothering, right?
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it. But that's going to do it for this edition. Parallel Frequencies. I'm just Blane. She is Coco. You're the freaks. We love our TV moms. We will see you on the other side.